Welcome back to my channel. Today we're reacting to the newest episode of My Hero Academia, episode 166, or the 7th episode of the final season from Aizawa. Super excited to get into this. I've been loving the final season so far, and we're kind of in the thick of it now, just like in the final battle, and I don't know what else is going to really go on. And I don't really have any spoilers, and I'm not a manga reader anymore, so super excited to get into this episode. For anyone new to my channel, this will just be a timer reaction if you want the audio and or full video. But other than that, I'll count us down. Three, two, one, start. Oh, what a start. Right into a slap. Might not even get an opening, or we're just going to have it a cold open first. That's a cool animation. Shigaraki's all blacked out. Brute who abandoned a truck. And I think if I'm right, she has no idea about all this. So this will be quite the shock to her, I'm pretty sure. Like, because she really only knows that Shigaraki is her grandson, not what caused Shigaraki to be born like this. All for One's also such a little bitch that he manipulated this situation even more so. Oh. Oh, did she sacrifice herself, separate herself? Oh, the fading away from her fading away and then the light fading onto his face was a really good choice. I don't think it will be that easy for Shigaraki. I honestly don't see Shigaraki getting any sort of happy ending, or really. The most redemption I ever saw was him fighting against All for One, and now that he's like out of the picture, I don't see Shigaraki going to like the good side. At least not until like the very end, like, and he's out of the battle. Still got our opening. Such a banger. Oh yeah, but as I was saying, I'm pretty sure Deku probably lost his float ability now, like how he lost Danger Sense. It seemed like she like the way they animated it was like the same attack as like when um what the fuck is his name? Whatever, the one that had gear shift and looks like Deku when he sacrificed himself. Boys. God, this opening hits every single time. Honestly, the last couple openings for, honestly, like every My Hero opening kind of slaps. Oh, right before. Oh God, I just rewatched this scene the other day. This scene is so fucked up. Shigaraki's backstory. And like, there's almost somewhat. Oh my God, yeah, just her terrified. Somewhat of a similarity between Deku and him, because they were both like, or he was also like late getting his quirk. So he's just trying to maintain his form and blast himself in like he did with the other vestiges. God, the dark eyes. I mean, only realistic. Only your one against your dad was realistically. Because he thought for the first couple. Jesus. First couple people who died was from a villain attack. He said he didn't have an intent to kill until he went after his dad. Yeah, like honestly, all I can see Deku's maybe getting like this version of Shigaraki to let go, and maybe that will like stop his regeneration, maybe stop his willpower to keep going forward. It's also just wild that like so far it seems like Bakugo absolutely did finish off all for one, so it's just Shigaraki left. Jesus, just with the visual or the visuals of his arms cracking apart and everything. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be very happy with that. Oh, we actually get to see this. I don't think we saw. It might have been in the manga, but we never actually saw him play with his friends before. We just saw him talk about this moment. It does look like he's crumbling away himself now, though. There was a lot of people that actually did believe in Shigaraki. I always think the most of Spinner and Shigaraki. Oh wait, is Shigaraki actually? Did All for One manipulate? Because I was gonna mention. Yeah, I was gonna mention the quirk when I was comparing him to Deku. They mentioned that he didn't manifest the quirk yet, and it was like past the point. Maybe All for One isn't done either. God, his voice actor goes crazy every time. If I'm understanding that scene, he totally manipulated that situation, and it was more than just Nana's fault from leaving him behind. Can't bear his half-witted life. Guiding. Sure. You really haven't. You've always been being manipulated constantly. Redirect your free will. That's fucked. So that's why he went after. So it literally just manipulated the situation until he could find something that would essentially break All Might the most. No shot! Even his fucking friends were. Is this how he's gonna get his quirk for the first time? Was that Overhaul? Is he using like a version of Overhaul's quirk that that only has the destruction aspect? Jesus. Oh, was that like the clump and massive energy that they were trying to attack from the inside? It looked like it reformed into All for One's body. Jeez, that explosion. I'm still trying to process if that was actually Overhaul or not because that midterm goal. That is hardcore. Oh, he lost decay. So he's dying, and Shigaraki's dead, and it's just All for One left in essentially a dying body. I do remember the title of this episode, though. Oh! We've always seen Deku with just fucked body, but he straight up has no fucking arms. I was gonna say when they was doing that inside, it's insane to try and touch Shigaraki like that. It actually fucked him. God, gory. Fucking Sero? I think he was one of the people's battles who we didn't get to see. Because there was one battle we did. Holy shit. I love how it's not even like any of the big shots coming in first. It's all like the quote unquote normal ones. Yeah, I think we didn't see their fight. From Aizawa. Oh my god, we're only at a mid part. Dude, this episode is crazy. 10 minutes ago. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the group of those three are the ones that, like, we're in a battle, like, this entire arc, and we haven't seen one. It's still a little bit in there. That's so fucking depressing. Their story is honestly. Yeah, I remember last season when he took him. I was like, it seemed like that was less of working for All for One and more working out of his own accord. God, I I think he's gonna be able to help him, but I think he's probably gonna be like Shigaraki, where his body probably can't sustain itself anymore. He was kind of the goat in the beginning of this operation. We're teleporting. That I assume the first guy with death's arms, it looked as pretty. Yeah, it's definitely his hairstyle because he was one of the ones that quit during the first battle. Okay, yeah, I've said actually multiple times during this arc that we hadn't actually seen this part yet. Having them come in clutch for the final section is kind of crazy. They are all kind of characters though that have never really got a. real moment before. Jeez. Dude, or I guess All For One's design and Shigaraki's body is kind of disturbing, but kind of cool in the same way. The way his like shape his face and everything's different now. Did she break that shit off? I guess that is where her power is stored. Would that be? Because when she used her quirk on Deku, it was enough to repair broken arms from like continuously being broken on repeat. I don't know how crazier. Although I don't think there's really any limit on her quirk because she was able to separate Overhaul and the duty fused with. That's like full body. Yeah, it's definitely got to give his arms back. Oh, he has 2 to 3 minutes of it. It's not just getting his arms back. He for the next like couple minutes, he should be damn near immortal. Damn, we're actually gonna get a Class 1A versus All For One. I didn't think we were ever gonna get uh that, but the way they've set it up actually works pretty good because essentially, as far as I can understand it, from everything I've been piecing together about like all of the stuff with the quirks and everything, All For One and Shigaraki are both dead at this point. Um, I don't know what his plan's gonna be if he's gonna try and take over someone else as a vessel. I just don't know if I can see that being possible because I think he was only really able to use Shigaraki because of all of like the hatred and like emotions and stuff that he worked to fuse and like create. So I don't know if he'll be able to take over just any random person. But that's like the only way I can see him staying alive. So I think it's more just gonna be an endurance battle for like a little bit until he essentially crumbles away, like Shigaraki did. Great episode though. I think I can start to kind of see how I think the finale is gonna kind of turn out. Also, Deku's I think got like basically none of his quirks left. He has maybe smoke screen. He has black whip, and then he just has the base super strength. I think he's lost his other ones now. Oh, pause that. Great episode though. Super looking forward to the final couple. I think from what I know and how there is some sort of epilogue, I only think there's going to be a couple more episodes left of this actual final battle. I could even see it maybe ending next episode or maybe an episode after if we get like backstory or more moments where we flash back in time or something like that. But overall, I had a blast with this episode. It's just crazy getting to the end of the series. And honestly, there was a few shocking moments. I need to go back and look to see if that stuff with Overhaul was actually true. And like Deku losing both of his arms, that was surprisingly gory. It was a thing where it was probably like a chapter or two in the manga before he got him back. So it's kind of like a fake out type thing. But I don't know. It kind of gave me a visceral shock when I saw it because I wasn't expecting it. Um, But yeah, I really like how everything's tying together, and if we do get some good moments with the rest of the class together, I think that will be a good finale. Especially because we now have had Deku essentially have his one-on-one with Shigaraki to completion, and then we also got um, All Might and Bakugo versus All for One in that battle. So I feel like we're basically just gonna have like a group fight, finish it off, and probably call it quits for the final like war arc, and then do epilogues type of stuff for the last few episodes. But a lot of crazy shit in this episode. It was moving pretty quick, and a lot of revelations as well. Like All for One manipulating Shigaraki's past even more than what we knew, and a lot of little moments like that. I think this will be a really good one to go back and rewatch, get some of this information. I'll probably watch some other people's reactions when they go up tomorrow. But that will be it for mine, and I will catch you guys all later, and peace!